gave us exactly what we needed. I mean, you knew what was going to happen, you know, after a worst outing that he's probably ever had in a long, long time. And that is a really, really good team, Louisville, and Parker was fantastic. Set the tone. It was nice to take advantage of mistake that they made. When things are going bad, it seems though that's what happens when you make a mistake. They take advantage. So it was good for us to have the big inning there in the second. And just got to clean some stuff up there at the end, but I want to look at some film and see exactly. It's hard with these shifts and stuff, the timing, especially when the guys can run on the bases, and we'll get that straight. Questions?
With Parker, it just felt like he was kind of refusing to ever let them beat them. I mean, he had that 15-pitch AB, and it ends up resulting, gets on base, but just he kept pounding the zone and doing it over and over again. I know we talk about his competitiveness every week, but did it feel like this was more so than ever after last week?
He just, had that chip on his shoulder. Like, I gave up 10 hits in 3 innings, and, it's not going to happen. And he went out and executed pitches. Had a little senior moment, not covering first base, but, that was the only thing that we could say that anything about his outing. And, I told him I'd let him go to 115, and we kept going, and he kind of looked at me, and I was like, all right, this is it. And then went to 120, I said, that's enough. And he was still mad. He's a horse, takes care of himself better than anybody, and he's special.
He takes pride in not allowing walks, and this was one of the circumstances. I mean, what does that just say about his night overall, to be competitive against that line and not give up the walk?
Yeah, it's really hard to do because he's pitching, the new age way, throwing all-speed pitches and fastball counts, and really playing with hitters' minds. And so to be able to land those consistently for strikes is not easy to do. That's what makes him so good. And then he's throwing the competitive spirit, and the way he takes care of himself. You got a big leader.
You mentioned it a little bit, but to capitalize on a mistake they make, just how big is that to give you guys a boost?
I think we had 3 2-strike hits in that inning, and then Alex popped one. But that's the kind of competitiveness, that kind of little extra with 2 strikes that it's the great ones have it. They've always had it. Sometimes guys have got to learn to do it. We took some hit by pitches that helped us. So there's just a lot of things that went on that we did right that I was proud of him for.
How good was it to see Dylan just at the end there kind of, not let them get on the board and just shut that down after a couple of mistakes?
He did, and that's, something that, again, is learned most of the time because, it doesn't happen nearly as much as it does in high school. So when they get to where, that play should be made, you're thinking about it. And Dylan, went right back to work. And, that was really good to see. Throwing that slider 88 miles an hour. It's crazy to even think about people who do that now.
Is there anything you can pinpoint in these last 2 games for you that's just been better at the plate? Is it approach? Is it energy? Is it all of it?
All of it, really, truly. Guys like Carrion are starting to get it going. So it's just, unfortunately, everything's contagious, and you just got to hang in there. Just hang in. And the guys have done it, and some of them start to get a little success. Now they got to learn how to handle that instead of thinking, I got my 2 hits. I'm good for the day. Got to keep going.
How'd you feel about your play at second base between Brett and Jackson?
Well, obviously, when you decelerate your arm becomes inaccurate. And, he's got, a tendency, one man does, to decelerate his arm. And, he made the throw in the first inning that was, I think he got his feet tangled up, but I didn't like the way it came out of his hand. And, on the slow roller, same sort of thing. Greeny's play is when you start to the base, you're like, can I get to it in time? Oh, shoot, now I got to, and I'm not sure. That's why I want to see the tape. I want to make sure Alex wasn't thinking, he's just going to go step on the bag, and now he's not looking at him when he's ready to throw. So that's the shifting part that we got to really fine tune.
I think every AB in that second inning, even before Alex's homer, felt like a quality at bat, and just guys putting the ball in play and good things happening. How much of an example can that be moving forward of when you battle, good things are going to come to
They
you?
definitely will. And, again, we're playing college baseball. The strikeouts and whatever in the MLB, okay, because they're not going to make errors for the most part. But at our level, they will. And constant pressure is, something that Louisville's really good at, Georgia Tech's really good at, Notre Dame. We're not there yet, but that's the goal, is to have, an extended lineup that is hard to navigate through, and just kind of wear them down.
What's up?
Go ahead.
What did something that Parker maybe learned tonight that you can share with Bryce?
Just watching them, I think is enough. They, feed off of each other. Bryce is different than Park, but again, just watching the way he goes about his business, how much he really cares, and that's contagious for anybody that watches him. I think that's why I've told him many times. There ain't many people I'd pay to watch pitch, but I would pay to watch Parker Messick pitch.
Did you plan to get traded in tonight, or was it James hurt his shoulder on the slide?
Both. We made some adjustments with Trey's stroke, and he can play anywhere. He is extremely valuable. He can go literally anywhere on the field, and so I want to give him some time. He's deserving of it. Greeny's got a crazy on base percentage. I don't want to neglect that. So there's going to be times in which you got to, show confidence or show, hey, that you're deserving of this. So there's a little bit of both. He'll be sore. James will be sore tomorrow.
Tyler, did he have a setback or just?
No, just what we thought. I wanted Brock to get in there and get a few licks. We're the vertical rise and the carry and the sink and all these things that go in. There's certain things that it worked out against Florida. I really thought he'd pop one against Florida, and I thought again today that I thought the right-hander was the same type of guy as Florida's right-hander as far as the metrics, and we just thought that was the play. It didn't work out, but.
Is Brock getting more work behind the plate? Do you think that we'll see him catching it at any point this season?
Yeah, he'll catch. Again, what Colton brings to the table is hard to find. Catching this staff and punching out 14 a game, or what did we punch out a game? Something crazy. And then most of them are chase pitches, and so you've got to have somebody, and he's really, really, really good at it. And but yeah, he'll be back behind the plate.
I think tomorrow will be Bryce's first real scheduled start under the lights, and with the schedule the way it works out this week, just feels like the last couple of weeks he's kind of been missing one pitch every outing. Just how excited are you to see him go at those guys under the lights tomorrow?
Yeah, the lights affect things. It's a lot easier to hit during the day than it is at night. And so yeah, he's one of those guys that if Parker wasn't as good as he was, we would run him out first to make sure he's pitching under the lights, because that carry to his fastball and the breaking ball and spin rate and everything else is much harder to see at night.